Do 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 do. Tuesday. It's a Tuesday morning stream. A stream. Did you get anything on Cyber Monday, Paul?
I didn't.
I like.
Honestly, I like with the websites I look at normally during the year.
Shit's already on sale.
Things like you can find things on sale. So all the stuff that I would I sort of bought I bought my mouse sort of on a Black Friday sale. It was like an early Black Friday sale, which was going on for a couple weeks. So Best Buy had all their Logitech mice off by a lot and keyboards. So that's where I bought my mouse, which I need to contact Logitech because I guess I got a mouse that is faulty.
Oh no!
The scroll wheel.
That's the one that's wireless on its own pad?
Yep. The scroll wheel, when I scroll it up, sometimes it scrolls it down. And it's totally random when it does it. So and I think from what I was well, maybe it's some sort of software update, and on the firmware for the latest driver it says fixes or helps fix intermediate scrolling issue. I guess there was a batch of mice that were released that had that issue. So it worked flawlessly for the first week, and then it started to randomly just go down once or up once. Scroll up, and that was 2 days ago. I would scroll down and half it was 50-50 of it. Well, this is just useless. And I went into my Logitech mouse setting things and just changed some settings, and that seemed to at least get it back to only rarely or not happen very often. So it's still annoying, but
you don't want to pay any money for that.
I'm gonna talk to them. It's still annoying.
I gotta buy. You don't want to pay any money for that.
The thing is, it looks really nice as well. It feels really good in my hand. It looks really it's black on the sides here and white top, and it looks it looks really clean.
Well, I feel you there because I love this phone so much. I'm so frustrated because the other day it just turned off, and no matter what buttons I pushed, I couldn't turn it back on. And since there's no removable battery, there was no way for me to reset it that way. And so just 10 minutes later, it just turned back on. Literally 10 minutes later, I hadn't pushed any buttons. I was sitting in the cup holder in my car. It just turned on. And I'm what the fuck?
That doesn't bode well.
So I get no reception anywhere, which I thought was just Sprint. But the thing is, hey, Christian Bolivar, Emma's 2-year-old on Sprint phone gets 4G when mine is rocking out the 3G at 56K. So I thought it was Sprint's bad signal, but it's not. There's something fucked up on my on my phone. Well, I went to Best Buy and they said, well, I got to take it to the Sprint store. I called the Sprint store and they said, well, if you didn't buy insurance, you have to pay us $75 just to even look at it. And I was like, are you fucking serious with this? And they said, yeah, you have to take it to the Best Buy store. So I call back to Best Buy and they go, oh, we'll take it to Sprint. And I said, well, they just told me I had to do that to you. And they said, oh, we'll take it to Samsung. They'll have you ship it to them, and it'll be 3 weeks till you get it back. And I was like, are you fucking serious? This phone is 2.5 months old. And he's been doing this for the whole time. Well, then he goes, well, we don't have it in this one, but the Best Buy in Novi has a Samsung rep out of their Samsung section, so they might be able to help you on something. And I was just this sucks so hard. I have an $850 brand new phone that can't get data signal. Oh, actually, you know what? Speaking of things, I'm going to switch out my webcam. Bloop. This one? No. No, that one.
Lindsay Jane is totally down. She's that'd be awesome. Totally down to stream it and give away some keys.
Oh, badass. Is there any chance we could get her to do the demo?
I can join Stream Teams. There's Stream Teams Discord, and she can promote it in there as well.
Oh, that is fantastic. Fantastic. Tell her we will be happy to do whatever she would like. And if you want to hand it off to me, I can coordinate it so that way. Unless, I mean, I don't give a shit one way or the other.
I can, because like I talk to her like regularly anyway.
Gotcha.
Because like playing games, Overwatch and whatnot.
That is cool. Do you think we could get her to do a demo of it or play the demo? Because it's that very first reaction shot is always what gets me the best.
I made sure I said that I like.
Because I want to cut into the trailer nothing but people screaming, swearing, and me having to bleep it out because that'll be hilarious. Or hell, why would I even bleep it out? To be honest with you. Christian, I forget. Did you get a chance to play Kate Must Die yesterday? Goody goose goose. The thing that kind of makes me laugh a little bit is this PlayStation Eye camera is a fantastic webcam. It's just Windows hates the drivers for it. Oh, Strength in Numbers scheduled a live show. And now I need to reconnect, don't you know? Strength in numbers, strength in numbers. Daniel Schneider, 2 skulls. There's 5. All right. I was actually buying something real quick, and although I don't have money for it, it's something I've been waiting for a while. And you know, it's another simple thing, Paul. The wireless charging, I love the shit out of it because it is so easy just to go bloop, bloop, bloop. It just sits there, charges it. You don't have to fuck around with cables everywhere. You don't have to like pick them up off the floor when they fell off. But you know, Kate must die. And I don't mean to toot my own horn too much here, but I'm gonna. I love the name of that game. It really, very quickly you get an idea of what the game is just by the name of it. And the logo works so much better than Tubers. Can't wait to rebrand Tubers into Skullballs. So the specs, Daniel, are afraid of your light that you create. They will run away from it. Also, they will only come after you if they can hear you or see you. So if you can get around, if like make them run away, get around a corner, they're going to just wander around again. That green feller. I love that. It's going to be a hell of a day today. I'm going to get so much done as soon as I sit down and do it. But I live live somewhere that has no good antenna signal, so. Oh, good. Place your order. Hey, Lindsay Jane. How in the heck are you today? How are you today? Grand seeing ya around these here parts. Yar. Yeah, Paul was telling me about you. He said you were, let's see, and I quote, the most awesome person he's ever played video games with ever, hands down, bar none, the end. And I quote. End quote. But that's really awesome. Yeah, we are a, didn't think we would be, but are struggling indie studio that make really great games that nobody knows about. We're actually in the process of rebranding our first game, our much, much bigger game, into a smaller, more focused title, multiplayer. Hey, Viscara Weepy Alf. Hello. Merhaba. Privyet. Hola. Mushmushi. Guten Tag. Yeah, we're going to do a drunk stream. Lindsay. Here, I'll send you over. So, our first game is called Twaybor right now, but I've been told by a publisher that it's trying to do too many things. We have too many game modes. So, we are going to condense down to one of the 4 game modes to launch it, and it's called Skullball. It's kind of like if you blended Overwatch and Rocket League. That's what Skullball is, and we're going to rebrand it into like Heroes of the Skullball Arena or some shit like that. It is super fun. We've never had any problem with people liking the game. The problem is we're struggling to get a community of people regularly playing it. And the characters look really awesome. The artist did a great job on it. Our animators did a real good job on cleanup. Hi, Viscara. I've said hi. It's just we stumbled in marketing. That link didn't work? Let me take a look.
Yeah, it put an S, the HTTPS.
Why would it put an S in there? I didn't put an S. All right, http www.wayboardgame.com. Let's see if that. There we go. Yeah, and you hear Paul talking in the background. We get him on camera on the drunk days. I would point a camera at him all day long if he wants. He's just, he's shy. But, yeah, we had over 50 people working on... What the shit? How do we have 21 people watching our stream right now?
Because she's hosting you right now.
Oh. Well, suddenly I feel very self-conscious. All right, well, so if we have people actually looking for a change, what I'm working on right now is the last checkpoint. I'll show you over here on my level. Oh, I'm never shy. It was funny because in the last couple of years, so I was originally a theater major, and I love talking, getting on stage, and all that kind of stuff. Over the last couple of years, since game development isn't a huge industry in the state of Michigan yet, I've been asked to speak at a bunch of different colleges for like the experience of starting up a game studio and all that kind of stuff. And so I love getting on stage and talking about it. You can't mute me in person, Paul.
I can mute you in here so I don't hear you.
Noise-canceling headphones is what we'll have to get for you. But, yeah, no, I'm not shy in any way. But, so if you see over here, the demo of Kate Must Die, we already got done. It's locked down. It's really tight. There's a couple minor tweaks I want to put in it. But the demo is the entire first level of the game. Stage 2 we got finished, and Stage 3 are all of these mountain checkpoints. And I'm going to turn the lights off and then open these checkpoints up so you can see quite how big it is. And at each checkpoint, you have a different kind of challenge or obstacle to overcome. And I'm finishing up on this last one. I didn't really do them in order because it's more of a when an inspiration hit kind of thing. And so each section you've got to try and survive, figure out. So for this one, you've got to collect some things and break down a wall or two. This one, same thing. You've got to break down some walls. You've got to avoid the zombies. Oops. Some of them, such as this Larry here, get up and chase you.
Yeah, this is on right now.
No, yeah, I know. It's because I've got them all open. It'll chug along terribly. The lighting is very moody. It's got a great ambiance to it. The mushrooms give you a power to create light so you don't go insane. He wakes up and chases you. Yep. Some of them just immediately, like these Larrys, and they're all slightly different color to give the player kind of a clue as to what's going on. This guy, if you get too close, will just jump up and kill you immediately. I don't think I put any specs in that level. Let me turn the lights on for this level. This one is a little bit more of introducing the new ambiance, introducing the new game mechanic of you've got to collect some glowing skulls to give you a power to knock down the wall. The next one, we'll turn the lights on. We've started to reintroduce in NPCs that chase you around and kill you, although I don't see him in here. There should be 2 or 3 of them. Oh, I have to double check. No, I think the thing was I had him in a different sublevel and then I deleted that out. So it's final pass stuff. This is the one that I'm working on. This one I'm really happy with because here I gotta kill the other checkpoints or my performance goes to crap. This one is really cool because, and I'm going to do a simulation here real quick. Hey Craig Darnell, how you doing? These guys, actually, you know what? Here, I'm going to kill the overhead lights real quick so that way you can get a better idea of the mood. I just have the lights up higher when I'm working on it so that way I can more easily see what's going on. So we're going to do a simulate. So for this one, I'm super happy with how it's looking because in the rest you're kind of hiding around objects and corners and stuff, and there's always somewhere to get away from like the creepy sounds of the zombies. Well, in this one, you're going to have to narrowly dodge your way around these Larrys that are all trying to eat you. And just the lighting has come together real well. It looks creepy. I love the spiky pikes that are coming out. It creates a great kind of angry mood to it. I've only finished getting this first runway section done. And as you can see, when I go into unlit, I'm just polishing up the rest of the runways here. And for this one, we have a new game mechanic that we're playing with. Well, I mean, it's a game mechanic all gamers are used to. It's going to be, you're going to have to throw switches, which will open up different paths in the maze. And you're going to have to find one to the next to get to the exit. And I've got multiple exits, some of which will kill you. Down, you know, the spikes won't kill her. Mainly because it, like, you know, suspension of disbelief, you would assume you being a person would not just accidentally brush against a spike. Hey Swara, how you doing? Whereas these, if you accidentally brush against one, they can grab you and kill you. Now Lindsay, if you want, here I'll show you real quick what happens when any of the Larrys get to you. Although, you know what? I kind of don't want to show you, Lindsay. I want you to find out when you play the demo. It's delightful. Man, that framer looks just so good. Look how smooth that looks, Paul. It's just so good. But Lindsay, when you do play, ping us. Ping Paul or me. Be my friend on here. Here, I'll be your friend. Add friend. Because I want to watch as you play, so I can gauge the reaction to the jumps and all that kind of stuff. And if you don't mind, I was telling Paul, we've been trying to become friends with a number of gaming communities, because obviously that makes sense for a game studio. I want to cut together reaction shots, hey Widowmaker, of all of the people playing the demo, so that way I can use that as the trailer for the game. And of just people like going, oh fuck! And we've had a lot of great reaction shots. And I'm not going to censor it at all. It's just going to be people flipping their shit. Oh, and don't forget everybody, today is Giving Tuesday. Find a charity, give some money to it. Actually, you know what I am going to do? I want to find something real quick. In case anybody doesn't know what charity to give to. A gal that used to work at the office here, who was one of our here we go. One of the gals that used to work at the office here, who helped us with some marketing very early on, her son, her 6-month-old son, developed a brain tumor. And I don't think they had anywhere near enough, I don't know if they just didn't have like health insurance or something, but they've got a GoFundMe up. So if you guys haven't donated already to a charity today, it is Giving Tuesday. I know it's a little bit sideways of, I think Giving Tuesday is supposed to be like giving shit to people, like gifts or whatever. Kelly and her son are great people, and click on that link. Even if you only donate $5, every little bit helps. The surgery was super expensive. But anyway, so that's my Giving Tuesday plug right there. Yeah, the game is super fun to play. I've enjoyed the crap out of making this. The first game I loved making because it was a passion project for me. I loved the heroes and the art and the action, and we were putting story together behind it. But unfortunately, my inexperience at running a game studio, I let everything kind of blossom out of control because I took some rough advice from some people, and I made some mistakes. And on that one, I didn't get a lot of chance to actually make the game, as I spent like 12 hours a day just managing people and like writing up documentation and shit. Whereas with this one, basically it's just been Paul and I going, hey, would this be cool? Would this be fun? Hey, Paul, what do you think about this? What if I kill people in this way? Well, Scott, wouldn't it be more fun if we killed people in that way? And it's like, yeah, that would actually be more fun. So we've had a really good time making this. And it was a game that, whereas the first game, I had come up with the idea back in like 08, 09. And there weren't any like third-person action games really going on at the time. Well, we didn't get it made until 2016, 2017. And by that point, there were a large number of like arena action games. Overwatch, Paladins, Paragon, Battle Right, you name it. There's just like...
That one that just failed, or just like shut down?
Battleborn.
Battleborn.
Yep. So, Whereas Twabor, I think, would have done exceedingly well in like 2012, 2013. There was just too much competition on the market, so we're kind of refocusing that while reinventing the company and making games that are more hot on the market at the time. Because this one, I think we started blocking it out in August, so we've only got a couple of months into it. And anyone that wants to follow our stream, Paul sometimes games on it. I typically just do development streams on it. We have in the past done like just game playing, but if you guys don't hit subscribe, I don't need you to spend your money on this stream. Just follow us and grab and turn your notifications on, so that way.
Show them the character, the Kate, what she looks like.
Oh yeah, let me show you Kate. Where's my content browser?
And Annalena. Those are two good ones to show.
Yeah. You know what? Let me show it on. You want to see Paul? All right. Let me plug another webcam in. Hold, please.
I have my webcam.
Yeah, but how am I going to get it on this stream?
Right here. Like I just.
Oh, just do a Skype call?
Skype call.
Yeah. All right. We're going to get Paul onto the stream.
Okay. Oh, should I get a hat? I feel like I need a hat.
They're in the closet.
I'm gonna go get a hat.
Right by the staircase.
I got a cowboy hat.
Hey, Gabriel Gesso.
That's gonna be great.
You want to see Paul's booty? You'll have to ask him for that. All right, so.
Wait, this thing here?
No, so right to the staircase out, there's a closet on the right side. So turn left to like the employee entrance. So go out into that hallway. On the right side, there's a closet. So the game that you're watching there is Twabor. It is crazy fun. And I'll be more than happy to hand out game keys to anybody that wants to.
The first door or second door?
It's the first door on the right.
Okay.
Right by the staircase. And so we're taking characters from this. Well, there's no video chat in Discord, Widowmaker. So this is Annalena. She's the main antagonist, and Kate must die. In Twabor, she uses like hallucinations and psychoses to kill people. And I'll give you, here, let me open it up on Sketchfab. This isn't an app, this is a PC video game, which we're also trying to get on console. So this is Annalena. Can I open that all the way up?
I couldn't find the one that I wanted.
Ah.
The one with the mustache on it.
And she's actively trying to kill Kate. And she appears when you start to go insane. Then we've got, let's see if I can find Kate. Oh, there's Paul. All right. Hang on. Let me
cancel this real quick. I need to adjust my.
All right, Paul's going to adjust his stuff first, and we're going to get him back on stream. I came up with the design and then hired sketch artists first for concepts, and then illustrators, and then 3D modelers. So all of the way they look came from my noodle, but as I cannot draw, I had to rely on extremely talented artists to take what I was telling them and turn it into a real thing.
How do I see what's on the webcam?
Go to View, no, that's a lie. Tools, Options, Video Settings, and then it should have a preview. Let me see if I can find. So I can actually, and so the Twabor game, which is the one that we're trying to get a publisher for, you know, the models look cool. They play really cool. But let me go back over and get Kate. Illyria was always my favorite. Oh, here's Kate. And so this is Kate in the Kate Must Die. And if anybody ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender... Oh. Alright. I'm going to pop Paul up. Now he's showing up on screen, but he's not in the right spot. Hold, please. Yeah, she's super punky. So if you ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, I got the kind of the idea from Bloodbenders. So there's no magic in this game. It's all like psionics, science magic. And so she uses like telepathy or psionics to control people's bodies and stuff and create like pain auras. And her hair has really cool bounce physics to it. So when she's running around in the game, it's got this really cool bounce and movement to it. I love the idea of like piercings, and the girl she's based off of was a friend of mine who had the clavicle piercings like that and eyebrow piercings. She didn't have any tattoos on the actual girl, but I love the kind of cyberpunky goth look to it. So that's Kate of Kate Must Die.
Oh, can you hear me, or is that another thing?
You can't yet, because I got to put you on.
It's fine. I don't need to be on audio.
Oh.
I mean, I can hear me. Your stream is fine.
All right. Now I'm gonna. Although I wonder if I leave that there, if it stays. Oh, it does. Good, good, good. So I wonder if I can move this. There. There we go. Hey, Paul. Look down and say hi.
Hi.
Hey, Paul.
So stupid.
Shit. Good times. Good times. Alright, where are we going? Oh, I got lots of windows open. Yeah, tune in Thursday. As many of you can. Remember, everybody right now who's watching, however many of you are left, click the follow and leave notifications on. We're going to have a guest artist who's coming in, Kaylin Smith. She is the artist on Plume Comic, and if any of you guys are fans of it, I don't know if this is going to put that in. www.plumecomic.com. We are talking with her about it. Puts the PS in there. That is annoying as all get out.
Can you put in just HTTP, like put in the full in?
Yeah, if I type it all in, but that's why in the world would they program it to assume every link is secure? And if anybody is in the Lansing, Michigan area, come on in. We'll have a grand old effing time. Everybody can come in and do drunk dev with us. You clipped it? What did you clip? Was it me saying hi? It was. Oh.
Poorly.
Here. Good times.
Like last time I high-fived Gary.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Alright. So, now I know nobody likes seeing this unlit, and trust me, I don't either. But, with all of the meshes that are in it, it starts to get cumbersome and unbaked when it's unbaked. Actually, and I need to change something up real quick. PSI, microphone, sources. There we go. All right. Because that one I can't actually move around.
It's me again.
Yeah, the Skype widget leaves a little bit to be desired. Because I can't get rid of that like gray buffer off of it. Oh well, not a big deal. Oh, you know what I can do though? I can just put you under. There we go. Good enough. Yep, this is the Unreal Engine 4.16.3. And so the point behind this, what email do I send you a print screen? Daniel, just like send an image. Just send it to contact@waywardgame.com. Yeah, so I've got to fly around in unlit or else it just becomes super laggy. Although it might not be bad right now because I already baked oh, you know what? I know why. Because I have the other checkpoints open. And there we go. Because these levels we stream in and out. That way it doesn't have to, we get way better performance out of it. And so now I can actually light it up so that way you can see a little bit more what I'm working on. We're going to sculpt this bad boy down a little bit. Yeah, Paul is a wizard with all of that stuff. Not entirely certain how he can know everything about everything, but at this point I'm just glad he's on my side. I'm going to smooth that bad boy down. Gabriel, who do you talk to for designing characters? We're not really doing any external design work right now, mainly because we have no money. So, minor detail. So at this point, we're just trying to get our first 2 games launched successfully. Paul does all of the coding. Paul is a jack of all trades. He does a bit of like animation montage blending. Not really animation, but he takes the animations. It's kind of like a 1-2 punch. Like we find animation packs and then retarget to the skeleton we're using, and then Paul blends it in with the montage editor. And so between the two of us, realistically, there isn't much we can't do other than art. And so that's why we're trying to attempt in an artist. Artist? Ooh, words are hard. An artist. Yeah, Paul can do it all. But at the end of the day, it comes down to how many hours can one person do the things. You just want to see what your character would look like? Oh no, Gabriel, we aren't going to be able to model any. That is a very long process, and like to give you an example, we'll go back over to let's jump over onto the characters here. So like just a single one of these characters, to pay a good artist, 3D modeler, to make even one of these characters is roughly $1,500 to $2,000 just in time of them modeling and polish and whatnot. So that, and as neither Paul nor I are artists, that's not something we could even do for you. But yeah. And realistically, we couldn't take other people's designs. Yeah, I used to have like 15 artists. And that's actually what caused some of our problems, is too many artists drained all of our savings. It wasn't their fault, it was mine for hiring too many. But we learn lessons. Alright, I'm going to make sure I'm in the right sublevel. And now that we've been chit-chatting for the last half hour, I'm going to start doing some actual dev. But feel free to ask questions, or just talk to us. Paul and I get lonesome now. If Emily were here, she would sing, "I'm all alone." So I love the aggressive look of these spikes. And the thing about them is, realistically, they could have been done in as a single mesh. But Paul found this lovely tool. Yeah, almost all of the devs that got their start here are all working on AAA games now, which is fantastic. I feel very proud of, that we had them originally. Frustrated and proud. But like, yeah, Paladin, Smite. One of the guys, although he didn't get his start here, is now working at Blizzard for World of Warcraft. He's animating the new races that they're releasing. One of them that led the team was, or the lead artist, had already made a number of AAA titles over like 10, 15 years. He worked on like Fallout 3 and
He also worked on the Underworld movies.
Yeah, and the Underworld movies and the Walking Dead TV show. So we had a mix of brand new junior talent and experienced senior talent, and it was just, we just had too many, is what it came down to.
Could have gone with like 3.
Yeah,
2 or 3.
2 or 3. In looking back, we could have easily done what we're doing now, because the amount of time we haven't had artists could have just been the artists doing more work. But we had a very aggressive timeline, which kind of caused a little bit of the problem. But
Oh yeah, that was probably why we were trying to get it done in like a year.
yep, I was told I had 12 months.
We are 2.5
2.5.
years later.
Yeah. So, live and learn. Live and learn.
Alright, so now actions.
Is that texture error? No, Daniel, those aren't texture errors. That's just supposed to look like paint that's been scraped off. That's how it's intended to look. Just worn down, painted on arrows. What I need to do is, I always got to get I hide the top meshes so so that way I can get a nice top down. Paul is currently working on
putting the spider footsteps out.
So in one of our checkpoints, we've got a big, nasty, angry spider that kind of sneaks around and then jumps out and kills you. And that's kind of the challenge for that checkpoint, is to survive. You'll be able to hear her coming by the footsteps, the little clinky, clinky, clinkies. And so Paul's just putting that in right now. Otherwise, he's got trigger boxes for...
I just put on the blood when Kate dies. The spotlight now has a sound when you rotate it.
Oh, nice.
Now we can put the spider footsteps in.
Oops. Didn't mean to hide that one. But so when I jump in, I hide the ceiling, so that way I can actually see where I need to go with some of this stuff. It makes it a lot easier to, because you can see this section is what I got done yesterday. And a lot of it was spent experimenting on what I wanted to be there. And so now that I know what I want there, it's going a lot faster. Excuse me, I get a little bit of the hiccups there, or the burps. Oh, and if anybody is a fan of Rick and Morty, you'll love my stream, because I belch uncontrollably at times.
So bad. So bad.
Like, not intentionally. It's a lot of things upset my tummy now that I'm old as balls. So unfortunately, it gets a little disgusting in here. And so these are actually all individual meshes that I've grouped together in the engine. You're dead? What?
I don't know what's going on.
You're not on stream? Oh. Click the camera off and then back on again. Skype is kind of goofy at times.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't like me. So try to play.
Yeah, I can get you a better camera for tomorrow too, because those zoom in super close on the face and don't give like super great quality.
Myself right there. Very strange.
Might restart the call maybe. Yeah, Ark was pretty fun. Huh. Wait for it. Well, at least there's an advertisement.
Well, that's good.
For real, you can't skip that ad?
You can get a quote.
Do you need a car insurance quote?
That's great. Don't rip me.
See if you have to go up to like tools options first and select it, because it may be still on the other what it thinks webcam.
No, I can see like the webcam, like in Skype, in the settings, I can see myself.
No, I know, but like, so if you go into the video settings, so tools, options, camera settings, and then hit save just to make sure. Why is that advertisement still there?
Who knows?
come back up?
I don't think so. It just keeps on making me.
All right. Well, we'll have to get Paul a new webcam.
Rip me.
All right. So Paul will be back the very next day. Actually, when we take a lunch break, I can get it. I can plug the other. We've got 2 or 3 really good cams. Oh no, you guys are going to have to look at Scott only. Paul can make a video game but not work Skype. He has a very specific skill set. And we'll sing the Paul Came Back the very next day song. Paul came back the very next day. We thought he was a goner, but he wouldn't stay away. So I'm just going to do broad strokes here and get in and what was nice is I made 2 actual, the Unreal tool, landscape tool, has this wonderful flatten tool. And using that, I was actually able to have, I've got the height on both, so the top height is exactly the same and the trench height is exactly the same, which made it really easy for me to move around the meshes where I want them. And then after I've got like that section exactly, you know, how I want, I go through and I add a little bit of noise to it using just either the sculpt or the noise tool. The noise tool didn't work as well as I was hoping. It didn't like create the bumps that I thought it was gonna.
Probably because maybe the resolution wasn't good enough.
Could be, yeah. Because otherwise it was like making these gentle slopes that you couldn't even really see. Yeah, Drunk Paul is hilarious.
I'm looking forward to it.
And I don't have my daughter on Thursday, so I will get to hang out with my schmang out. Hopefully not. Although you guys wouldn't have to suffer through seeing that. Paul and Carrie don't want that.
Alright, that's better now. That's actually.
Alright.
Freaking out.
Yeah, so game development isn't like all that exciting. Honestly, it's fun, but it has moments of incredible tedium. For example, it's really exciting when everything's done and you get to like tweak and nudge a little bit and test and then watching people react to that. But like getting to that point is a whole bunch of me dragging meshes around. And lights and
stuff.
And every now and then, it like you're just like, oh God, I don't want to do it anymore. And then you're reminded that you're running out of money.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this checkpoint.
As am I.
This isn't where's my murder town?
Oh, okay. And we'll show you Paul's murder town too. Here, let me save out what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, no, I know it's the Unreal icon. That was something that was due to an error we made a couple weeks ago, and I forgot to correct for putting the demo up. The next version that I'm going to be baking out or building out has the right icon in it, Daniel. Yeah, that one I realized like a week ago and completely forgot. You could make the argument of all games can make money, and that's actually been a frustration point for me because like both of the games we've made have been superior to a great number of games that have done very well, but it's more of how well you can market and advertise a game. Like, games that have, like, really emotionally reaching trailers can hook anybody in, and then you'll play it and you're like, this game is absolute crap. Like, I don't know if anybody played Dead Island, but that had a fantastic trailer, and that game was hot garbage. I apologize to everyone on that dev team, but that game was buggy and garbage, especially for a AAA $60 game. Holy crap, was that not good.
Yeah, I was... Never did I play it.
I mean, you did get to beat up with a crowbar zombie hookers, so I suppose it had that going for it. But, so I took a look at the market while we were frustratingly plowing through the summer budget, and it was like, what can we do that can be quicker to develop with the assets that we already have that are that would build upon the brand and the company. And so I was taking a look, and like everybody was talking about horror and jump scare, and Paul's almost got this one in VR as it is too. And so like knowing that I could put all of the levels together and Paul could put all the rest of the stuff together, you know, it was just like, okay, well, let's do this. Let's get more games out there and see if we can get revenue streams going, so that way we can support the company and kind of rebuild. Is Murder Town 6 or 7? No, Murder Town is 5.
I have no idea. You name those and you build it.
All right, so here is Paul's Murder Town. This was in honor of Paul, and he's a sociopath. So once you get past the gauntlet, you're gonna head on down to Paul's Murder Town. And in Paul's Murder Town, you've got multiple paths where you have to get through. Some of the hanging zombies, all the hanging zombies have physics. Right now it's a little off the hook. But you're going to have to find your way around Paul's Murder Town. Oh, and this was... I was trying to figure out what else I could use for sanity lights, and then I remembered you had hung fire on the light, or fire on the dudes in the VR start zone. Oh, yeah. And I was like, that could be a sanity light too. So this dude on fire is a sanity light.
That's kind of fun.
You've got hoods that are going to wander around and try and drive you insane.
Specs.
You've got specs that are going to chase you, giggling all the way. Some of the hanging zombies won't hurt you. Some of them will kill you instantly. You're going to have to try and keep your sanity up while finding your way around. The challenge for this one is more of a maze path survival. And when you finally do find your way, you've got one of 3 paths to choose from to get into the spider lair. All of them will still potentially kill you. None of the paths are necessarily safer than the other, but then those lead you into Kristen! So Paul's Murder Town was affectionately named after Paul because he had another great idea of forcing people to have to try and find their way. Because I was just going to try and make them find their way through like jump scare areas, and Paul was like, maybe you should try and make them find their way through other ways. And I'm not going to tell you why, because I want you to experience it yourself. But we've added extra layers to this. And then once you get through Paul's Murder Town, we'll turn that one off. Then you've got to get your way through the murder maze, which is filled with... It's a little dark because I haven't baked the lights out yet. Although probably those are checkpoint 5 lights. Yeah, so pardon how dark this is. It's because none of the static lights have been built yet on it. But you've got to find your way through the murder maze, which is fantastic because so much of it looks the same. So it's really disorientating to get in here. I absolutely hate the bug in this engine that it invalidates the static lighting on hidden sublevels. But anyway, So, and then after you get through the murder maze with the murder spider, then you've got the murder forest.
Murder.
Which then leads you to...
Have different names.
No.
Everything.
So murder maze takes you to the murder forest. Where you've got all these happy Larrys in the Larry camps. This scene here was one of my favorites. Just, you know, hanging out. They're just kind of here, chilling, having a nice camp. And then that takes you to Murder Pump Town. Granted, that one doesn't have quite the panache. But Murder Pump Town is the final standoff with Annalinia. And this one, there are 4 sets of spotlights that you have to turn on, where you then have to capture Anna's clones that are flying around and screaming at you, all before you go insane. And then you're going to have to set Annalinia on fire after you've captured her clones. So, great ambiance. The lighting came together real well. The mood is set really nicely. The gameplay is super fun and scary. The Murder Pump Town is surrounded by more murder forest where you have to wander out into to turn on pumps that are turned off. Capturing the flying Annalinias. Ooh, that reminds me. The Anna clones need her hair. I know you can't really tell, but I have to just remember to bolt those on. So those are kind of the different checkpoints for the last stage of the game. Realistically, kind of each checkpoint is about the size of the first stage. So stage 1 you can accomplish in under 4 minutes. Stage 2 is going to take probably around 6 to 8 minutes, and stage 3 all the way through roughly an hour. But there's various checkpoints and save game spots.
Is that if you just make it through the first time?
Well, imagining there's 8 of them, and each one is about 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, well, no, I was just asking, because, I mean, that sounds about right to me. So that's
if you do it right each time.
You can't even do it
yeah,
right the first time.
I was able, like, now if I take my time and go slowly, I can get through the first one without fucking up usually. But if I'm, like, trucking along, trying to do it real fast, sometimes the specs kind of surprise me. Sometimes I turn a corner too quickly and find a Larry. So, I see we got more people popping in. Don't forget to hit the follow button at top. Do not subscribe. I'm going to say that again. We do not need the subscriptions for this. I would rather just have people following and popping into the streams and seeing what we're doing. Save your money for following some of your fan favorite streamers.
Or for buying Kate Must Die.
Or for buying Kate Must Die. I wonder if there's a way to where we could give a game copy. Like, is there a list inside Twitch? Do any of you guys know, is there a list inside Twitch that shows everybody that's subscribed? Because I would love to...
Well, like, I mean, people have those giveaways, like...
I wonder how they do that.
You can ask, like, Lindsay can help you, or...
Because, yeah, I would love to do giveaways.
She does giveaways like
Although, you know what would be better? Since our channel isn't super popular, I would rather just have Lindsay do the giveaways to her followers to build up her community. So that way we can support Lindsay's community. Lindsay Jane! Ankbot shows the list of current subs. Well, that'll something we'll have to get into. Alright, so now heading back over. I gotta keep plopping the rebar. Am I in the right sublevel? I am. Paul's been trying to get me into Overwatch, and
I have a freaking copy.
And I want a copy from a stream that Paul watches all of the time, and I watch every now and then now too. I just popped in and I had subbed with my like free Amazon sub, so I got a free copy of Overwatch. It was like the Legendary Edition or some shit like that. And I haven't even installed it yet, just because here's the problem. I love playing video games, and I have a tendency to play them too much when I get into them. And I wanted to finish Kate Must Die before I jumped into another game. Those lights aren't on seams, Daniel. What's going on there is you can see that the sanity lights are brighter. That's just the metallic reflection off of the sanity lights at their brightness. I'll double check that to make sure that those seams don't... I mean, that's not a seam, that's the edge on the metal material on there. So that's not a bug at all. That's just the lights reflecting off of...
Must be way behind on the stream right now.
No, Daniel's sending me emails. I'll definitely check those out, though, because the one where it's a little darker looks a little odd. I can turn down the roughness on that a little bit. You died. Twice I died. The cutscene was too dark. I hardly saw the Larry. I do not mean the light of the scenario, but the cutscene itself.
Oh, that's because that cutscene didn't have the light. I know there were a couple, like, where you can't see the zombie when you die. Because the zombie was in, like, a black area. Remember we were talking about that? Where, like, it has the lights that light up when you die. So you can see it. Like, you have a...
I wonder if there's a couple Larrys that don't have lights attached to them. Is that what you think it is?
Yeah, most likely.
Oh.
Because it's, like, totally black where you...
Yeah.
I actually saw that myself. I was going to mention it. I forgot.
Yeah, the metal roughness thing I can take care of. That's not a big deal. Those aren't actually seams. It's just the light reflecting off of the edging on the material. No, it has nothing to do with the pre-rendered scene. It's just some of the sections don't have, and I know I've got to kind of finagle it a little bit, where there's a section that that a couple of the Larrys don't have as much light on them.
Yeah, some of them are, well, there were a couple that were just in the shadow.
Yeah.
At no point do you see them. Like, it like plays the cutscene, but you really can't see it because it's just black.
Yeah. So I just gotta move a sanity light closer to him. That way you can see it.
Or you could have a sanity light that's off to start, and then when you run into the zombie, the light turns on. You see him, and he feels good.
Hey, Mutquaz. This is a horror jump scare game, kind of a puzzler, challenge, objective puzzle game thing. Actually, I'm going to put that on my list, Daniel.
Yep. Also, can you give me the name of the light function for those barrels?
Fire flicker. Just type in flicker. It'll show up as either spot flicker or fire.
Yes. Yes. Which one? Are they both the same?
Spot flicker is the one I use on the spotlight. Fire flicker is the one I use on the barrel. Randomize it.
Yep.
Hey, Kristen. I see I'm a little behind in chat here. Bombard me with group messages. No, definitely. Email is better, Kristen, because chat doesn't allow me to craft messages as well. So if you can do like that same introduction that you did, but just not through Facebook Messenger, I don't really like using Facebook Messenger for business stuff. So just connect us through the Gmail. Oh, no, Daniel, send stuff over. I mean, like, one of the things you pointed out is something we knew was wrong, but we had kind of forgotten to make a ticket. So, I mean...
Yes, please continue.
No, don't think I'm bitching or anything. It's helpful. If it's... Some of the stuff we know about, we just haven't gotten back to. Other stuff...
we knew about at one point.
Yeah,
well,
and
other
forgot.
stuff we may not know about.
And there may be other stuff that we may not know about. So I appreciate you doing that, Daniel. Don't for any reason think that I'm complaining. It's kind of sad. So like right now we got a bunch of people watching on YouTube, a bunch of people watching on Twitch, a number of people watching on Facebook, and nobody watching on Mixer. I mean, it's just the sad state of what Mixer is right now. And like when you go and you see them, the highest number of viewers on Mixer is like 100 for the top Mixer stream. You're just going, everybody's just watching Twitch or YouTube. We are an indie studio. We used to have a whole bunch of people. Matquaz, am I saying that right? Matquaz. And then we ran out of money. And so now we're kind of rebooting the studio and not going to make the same mistakes that we did in the past.
All right, Windows really wants me to restart. It's now not like letting me just say, remind me later. It's like I have to set a time, and it's like every time I set a time, it's like an hour from right when I click it. So,
Mobcrush, yeah.
Continue working, and then I'm going to do my update.
Mobcrush is just you, Mutquaz. We do every now and then get a number of people, and Periscope is on Twitter. Every now and then we'll get like 5 or 6. Mutquaz? Gotcha. Mutquaz. But Mobcrush, we don't get a ton of people on, mainly because we found that, so Mobcrush is supposed to only be for mobile games, and although we are discussing trying to get this onto the Switch, I don't know if Switch counts as mobile. I don't want that over there. And we were for a little bit talking about trying to get like a mobile version of this, like mobile VR, because this could in theory work with that. It's just I don't know. We'd have to look at how the controls work. And so we're just trying to do one thing at a time on it. All right. This one. Okay. Oops, not sculpt. Just move it. Hey, Eric. Eric. The fire effect of the barrels was removed? No, some of the barrels just simply don't have the fire. Some of the barrels are ambient lighting. So when the sanity lights go out, the fire goes out as well. Some of the barrels just don't have them in the first place. They're just there to provide some background light. Eric was killed by a Jawa. My brother tried Kate Must Die, was killed by a Jawa. You are a UI designer, Mutquaz? IKI. How's it going, Senpal? Hate your phone for writing? No, I understand. Mutquaz, do you have a link you can toss me so I can see some of your UI work? Although I don't know if there's anything I could send your way right now. I know we hopefully will have UI needs in the future. IKI, we're building out the last section of, one of the last sections of a horror jump scare game. I've got the lighting up really bright right now just to make it easier for me to build the level. Paul, who isn't on camera yet, he will be after we get lunch.
I was on earlier, but my camera.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it.
I'll get that. When he goes to grab lunch, I'm going to go pop onto his computer and set up the webcam, a better webcam. Ooh, yeah, you know what? All right, everybody. I know 22 people isn't going to be enough, but jump onto Steam and nominate Kate Must Die for the It Haunts My Dreams Award. Just go do it right now. Everybody that does it, I will send out a virtual hug and kiss. And if you want, I'll even send out a virtual grope. You know, I will do that for you. I need more level designers? No, we don't yet. We're trying to rebuild. So yeah, we are an indie studio. So going to Kate Must Die. I'm going to nominate this for the Haunts My Dreams Award. I'm going to nominate this and hit save. It's that simple. Dreams Award. Can everybody do that? And hit save. It's that simple. It's the Steam Awards. So just open it up. You can nominate it. It's the Steam Awards. I never emailed you? Aw, crap, Eric. Open it up. You can nominate it. Gosh dang it, I will do it right now. Eric, I never emailed you? Actually, no, I'm not. Eric, I will do it after I eat lunch. That way when I go off stream, it isn't just people listening to me type. Actually, no, I'm not. Eric, I will do it after I eat lunch. That way I will, though, Eric. People listening, I will. Actually, no, I'm not. Eric, I will do it after I eat lunch. All right, so I got to keep moving some rebars around. All right, don't want any rebars around. Oh, I know why there's an echo. Sorry about that. I'm actually going to permanently fix that. So if ever my CPU lags for just a second, it glitches out XSplit, which sends it to Mixer. And Mixer, if it ever lags, I don't know who thought this was a good feature over at Microsoft, takes your audio, no matter what the level was, and puts it at full. And so the echo was because in one of my tabs, the Mixer stream was also playing. IKI, I appreciate that. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to send out, actually, you know, yeah, the loop should be dead by now. I killed the audio on Mixer. And there shouldn't be any on any of my other tabs. If you guys really want, I can do the audio test song. It's great. Anybody here a fan of Strong Bad and Homestar Runner? I'm going to grab our email list and see if I can get people to nominate Kate Must Die for Haunts My Dreams. And that'll also be a good email to send out for the demo. So everybody, log into Steam right now, nominate Kate Must Die for Haunts My Dreams. And if you haven't played it yet, grab that demo and play it. Alright, Kristen wants me to do the audio test. This is a delight for all of you that haven't experienced it before.
What is going on?
It's a delight. Alright, I gotta wait just a second. I gotta let the airwaves go quiet for just a moment. The system is down. 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 The system. There you go. That was the audio test that I sometimes do. This is Unreal. We do not use Unity, and I actually have a little bit of a grudge against Unity for their billing practices. Alright, I gotta find... Got a little distracted today from all the hype and excitement brought in by Lindsay. Another email from Daniel. Oh, Daniel, yeah, that one we are well aware of. It's...
What is it?
When you continue too many times from dying, you spawn in the floor.
Okay, yep. Yeah, that's... I've been trying to figure that out because it seems really random. But I think it is the, like, where you start sometimes. It may drop you a little bit or something.
I wonder... Well, no, I've already got a mesh there.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll get it fixed in code.
See you, Eric. Have a good afternoon. Hopefully you're feeling better. Eric is my brother, and unfortunately, he has gotten old, and his spine is basically bad, and his shoulders are bad, and his calves are bad, and his back is bad. Luckily for me, I never got old, so... Oops, that is not what I need. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not just, like, irrationally angry. IKI is saying that they worked on a game on Unity and they got fucked by Unity, and so they had to cancel the whole game. I mean, I know it's not super funny. It's just...
Yeah, everyone knows.
It's just Unity is, yeah, not my friend.
Oh.
Oof, I'm getting a bunch of unlit objects that are causing this. And I gotta hide the water because that fucks with my eyes. When I'm in unlit, the water is always just like gray shimmering, and it's like, oh. Excellent, Kristen. I'm very excited. I'm actually going to play catch up on all of the bands this afternoon. I just wanted to get I want to get all of this done so I can start doing my light bakes, because I may not have my swarm set up for much longer. What? Oh. I don't have a deadline. Actually, I was just talking to Paul about that now. We kind of, at this point, for me, the deadline is as soon as it feels right, as soon as we've got enough promotion, kind of a situation. And adding their music to the game is super easy for me to do, because realistically all I would need is an uncompressed wave file or audio file, which then I import into the engine and I turn it into an audio cue that just plays through like a cue list So like literally in every match of Skullball, we can have your guys' music playing, which I think would be pretty cool. Hey, DJ Prince over on Mixer. I was just talking shit about Mixer, and then we get somebody in.
Did you answer why you were mad at Unity?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I missed that. Unity's billing. All right, so there's some like subtle reasons, and then there's not as subtle reasons. Kind of the not their fault reason was finding an Unreal developer anywhere, let alone in Michigan, is hugely problematic because all of the professors, and this blanket statement is actually pretty true, all of the professors are only teaching Unity. And so
weren't they starting to do
yeah, last year there was one class at like Michigan State University where they were teaching Unreal, just one class, and I can't imagine it was that in depth. But because all of the professors kind of learned using Unity, that's all they're teaching. And so it was very frustrating that I was trying to find Unreal developers, and all there was Unity developers. Now, that's not Unity's fault. But then we went to we made a puzzle game called Loops of Zen. And if anybody wants to play it, yeah, it's on Android, iOS, Linux, Mac OS, and Windows OS. So however you want to find it, you can get it on mobile or your...
The mobile ones are free, though.
Yeah, the mobile ones are free that have ads in them. Yep. The Steam ones are like $2.99, I think. And I usually have it on sale for like $1.99 or $1.50 or something like that. So let me take a look real quick. I'll get you a link. But... Ooh, I'm going to nominate... No, I was going to say I could nominate Loops of Zen for that too. So Loops of Zen, in order to have the advertising version in for Unity, we had to pay for the professional subscription. And the professional subscription of Unity ended up costing us something like $350 for a year. And when I was going in trying to cancel it, they wanted to charge me an extra amount to cancel our subscription. And it was just like the whole business model. And they were like super shitty to me when I was trying to talk to them about, the subscription model or blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it just all rolled together of I didn't like the engine in the first place, couldn't find people that were competent, and then trying to cancel subscription, they wanted to charge me extra money for something we weren't even using anymore. So it was just a whole clusterfuck of things I couldn't stand. Yeah, Loops of Zen is on the App Store. I don't know if it's still on the iOS App Store because I think Apple was like, you've got to pay to renew or something like that. So I know it's in the Android store. And that's a fun time waster. But just overall, I had a real bad experience with Unity. Right, that just super distracted me from more from Daniel. Oh, that's right, you're getting your Pixel soon. Our YouTube is now let's see if it fucks that link up. I bet it does. Oh, it did not.
Well, it has an S on it, but it's probably because of YouTube.
Yeah. Viewing twice. Hey-oh! We're so nice you viewed us twice. So the question that I've got, Paul, is, are we doing Zhao today? Am I hungry enough for Zhao? I didn't really eat much last night.
What's up?
Are we doing Zhao today, or are we going to wait for Thursday?
I was thinking we may want food before, like, a good meal before we drink.
Why not before and after?
I mean, we could go to John. It actually sounds really good right now.
You know what? I think I want to sculpt this down.
You know what you need to do, though?
I do know what I need.
Okay, good.
So advertising strategy, we have no money whatsoever. So it's going to be word of mouth. We're partnering, we're trying to partner with more and more gaming communities, social media, that kind of stuff. Streamers, YouTubers. We do like the key giveaways and that kind of thing. We're in a rebuilding stage for our marketing strategies.
Strategies. I would like to say strategery.
Ooh, Paul, I haven't been into the layer painter yet since you put the new stuff in.
Let me know if it works. You'll have to tell me.
I'm going to try it right now.
And I'm not, like, we may have to change the moss material. I'm not sure.
Aporia Customs? I have not heard of that. Paint some moss on here and see what happens.
You have to create a new layer. Like a new, like, add that.
Oh, yeah.
Press the plus button.
Yeah.
You may have to click off of it because it's going to try and paint in the background.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, off the tool. Yeah.
Oh,
go to somewhere that where it doesn't paint it. No, like go up top and keep on, yeah. No, when it, okay, there you go. Now you're back. You can probably go down there and just change it down. Yeah.
Non-weight blended or weight blended? Non-weight blended or weight blended?
Weight blended, I think, is what they are. Yeah, just whatever the default is.
Sure.
Whatever.
Jesus.
I forgot about that. And the stream probably won't lag out. That doesn't take that much processor.
I do, IKI. I'll toss you some keys to give away. I'd love to get you playing it and showing it. We've actually got 2 games we're trying to promote. This stream is probably going to become super effing laggy.
Well,
We'll see.
Well, no, that stuff doesn't take up much processor.
Oh, I gotcha.
Baking and stuff. That's probably only taking like 20%.
All right, we'll still be able to talk, but I won't be able to do anything in Engine because it's building the grass and the landscape textures.
Hey, make sure you save and commit that.
I will. I'll do that during.
Yeah, after that.
Yeah.
Like there, then we can.
Daniel, should she follow his feet for the animation? Yeah, we've just got it set up for Ragdoll, and we don't have an animator, so we aren't going to be doing any additional animating.
If you die by the other one, handle any of it.
I haven't gotten any of the new emails from you, Daniel.
Maybe check spam filter or something.
No spam either.
Yeah, he's one that is from Lindsay Chains.
Daniel Schneider?
Oh no, that's a different person.
Yeah. Yeah, IKI. Let me friend you and then chat you up a little bit. We could use all the help we can get, and we're pretty decent people. Paul more so than me. I, and that's Aporia Customs. I am terribly mean. It's very stream friendly. Both of ours are. Our first game, Twabor, is a multiplayer battle arena. Our second game is a horror jump scare, which have gotten the game with OBS. We use XSplit, and it does just fine. And I hear OBS has a lighter footprint, so it should be okay. I'm assuming guys performance stream friendly.
Oh yeah, I mean, heck,
yeah, you can capture it.
Because like when I play at home, I get anywhere from like 120 to like 200 plus frames per second.
Yeah, you've got a 1080 or a 970. What did you have?
I have a R9 290.
Oh,
that's an old it's something I've had for a while now.
Yeah, we're getting anywhere from on the low end 60 frames to the high end 120 frames.
And that's
on epic settings.
Yep. And that's on the 960.
Yeah, and I'm rocking out basically we're rocking out 960s, and I think my computer here is like a, God, I don't even remember. This is an ATI.
AMD.
Yeah.
Oh, yours is R7 370 or
something like that. So mine here is oh Lord.
R9 370, I think.
R7 370. Yeah, so mine isn't even like anywhere near top of the line. The inspiration for the game was desperation. I needed to make a game that people would buy, so I could keep my game company.
And you like killing people.
And I love, you know what, honestly, when I was younger, I used to play a lot of like Dungeons & Dragons, Battletech, the actual tabletop, Warhammer 40K. And I loved, when I played D&D, I loved being the dungeon master because I would come up with these, like, I remember I came up with this mansion for the one quest where every room had a different puzzle you had to solve, or you had to either fight like a monster or were just instantly killed by like gas and stuff. And so in the middle of this year, in 2017, Emily, who used to sit over there, made myself sad, was streaming jump scare games because we had a lot of people request her to do that. And so I thought, well, hell, we could make that. And we already had people saying that they wanted there to be a single player element to our multiplayer game. So I thought, okay, well, we can tell more of the character stories by having single player games that kind of feature our multiplayer characters. So then when we were looking at the levels we had already made for the multiplayer game, one of them stood out as one that'd be really great for like a jump scare scenario. Hey, Nick. Good. You said evening. Well, it's just afternoon where we are, so I'm going to assume you are Europe somewhere. Nick 43992. Lindsay Jane, man, I'm going to have to send her like a fruitcake or something for like a thank you. Although, is that really a thank you, sending somebody a fruitcake?
Depends on the fruitcake. Because I have had ones that were very good.
Belgium. I don't speak any Belgiese. What language is the official language of Belgium? Is it like German or some kind of like Icelandic combo? Nick says hi, Paul. Oh, you know what? I do need to do that before. I need to send a message over to Zhao. Zhao. Dutch. How do you say hello in Dutch? 60% Dutch, 39% English, 1% German. I feel ya. I can say German. Guten Abend. Wie geht's? But speech me the Dutch hello, because I'm starting to learn it in lots of different languages, so that way I can say it to all of the people that jump in. Because we get a number of people from Europe. Russian, privet. Turkish, merhaba. Hola. Guten Tag. Mush mushi. Hello. Okay, you know what? That one's not even hard. Hello. Is it just hello like that? Do I draw out the O's? Hello? Like, what is it? Phonetics that for me.
Thursday morning at 10, I'm getting new tires on my car.
I'll be here.
Well, I was gonna, it's just over at Bell Tire, right at Grandor. So I may drop it off there and have you pick me up. I don't know how long it takes. Maybe it's not worth that.
Usually whenever I've had my tires changed, they have me drop the car off and it's like 45 minutes. So like I would do it at I had it done at the Discount Tire in Okemos there. And so I would just walk over to McDonald's and sit for freaking 45 minutes to an hour.
Like, it's the Bell Tire, it's literally right
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying is...
Yeah, it shouldn't take it shouldn't take long, but...
But if you don't want to sit there for half an hour, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I mean, I suppose there's always Wendy's.
But it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that's never too early for chicken nuggets. Okay, so whoever's manning the Zhao message system is now getting to know who I am. I said, hello, my fine friend. Do you happen to have sriracha chicken on the buffet today? And whoever it is, why, yes, we do, Scott. Hope to see you today for lunch. Oh, and it's even more embarrassing. You guys will love this story. Paul, I didn't tell you this. So, what was it, last week, Thursday we went to Zhao, or Wednesday, something like that? Well, last week when we went to Zhao, I had my Facebook chat still, and I hadn't cleared it out yet, right? Well, I was trying to type to Nina, and I didn't realize I had the wrong convo open. So I typed to Zhao, hey, can you get off work early so we could cuddle? So I messaged that I was going to cuddle with our Asian buffet.
I mean, you don't know. We really like that Asian food.
It's really good buffet. Nick, throw us a follow. Do not subscribe. Just throw us a follow.
That's a different person. That's IK.
Yeah.
IK.
No, I'm talking Nick
okay.
43992. I know it's not our Nick.
No,
Any of our
saying
Nicks.
IKI was the one who was talking about Subbing. Or Twitch.
Oh.
I sub on Twitch, yes.
No, IK, don't sub. Just follow. I mean, if you really want to waste your money, just send it to Paul in the form of gift certificates. Sub instead over to one of, like, Lindsay Jane. That's right? Lindsay Jane?
Yep.
So bad with names, and I don't want to insult any of our new friends. More than I usually do. Hooray! Baking Landscape Textures is now down to 900. Hooray! You know what? There you go. What I can do is we can use Twitch as although that would be the worst sustaining for us, because Twitch would get most of the money and we'd get a tiny amount. So if you really want to be a producer, I'll set up a PayPal link and you can go ahead and pay us there, and I'll put your name in as a producer of the game. We get like 5,000 people all giving us like $5. Produced by, and every day I update the produced by. Everybody's got a game production credit.
Yep. Put it on the resume. Produced.
You know what? I think I might set us up a GoFundMe, since we're going to be rebooting the company anyway. Any kind of revenue stream would not be a bad one. And I do need to get these game keys over to Unreal, because I didn't have a way of sending them game keys before the demo was up. And I want to see if I can buy us... I mean, even if they only gave us like $5,000, that would be huge for us for moving, paying bills and getting stuff done.
Only two of us. That's
yeah.
a lot of money.
When there was At one point, our burn rate was $75,000 a month.
That is crazy.
When we had, I think at that point we had like 40 people working on it at the same time. So, yeah, I always laugh when people say, your $9 game is too expensive. Go fuck yourself, kid. All right, well, what I'll do is, you know what, that's on my tickets then. I'll put a GoFundMe together.
All right, so lake function separation is now in the lake, so we can, on some of them, you can, it now has a random start timer.
Oh, and so I don't have to change anything? It's already on there?
I need to test it. So once your level is done,
700 stuff.
once you do that and commit.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. And IKI, anything like if you want from us, the game demo is the full. Oh, sorry, I can't really fly around, Nick. I will show you as soon as these landscape textures are done baking, because we made a change to one of the landscape layers, and so it's blah blah blah. It's a horror jump scare game with objectives and puzzles for various levels. We've gotten great reaction to it from people. But yeah, IKI, if the demo is the full first level of the game, and I would be more than happy to generate some giveaway keys and full keys for you and your team. Yeah, and we've already put some Easter eggs in for some of our stream supporters. Kristen has her and her husband are dead in the game, holding hands. Nick, actually, if you want to test it out and play it, you can already play the full first version of the game. Let me bring it up.
Remember to make sure you get the whole HTTP in that link.
I think that it works okay on the Steam one. And nominate this game for Haunts My Dreams. We're going to be pushing that. I'm going to actually put that on like Twitter and our social media and stuff and sending out an email. Let's see if that link worked. Well, I put the HTTP in the link, so that's fine. If you scroll down on that link, Nick, you'll see a blue download demo button midway down on the right side above where it says single player. I don't know why Steam would hide that there, but whatever. And Nick, are you a streamer by any chance? Because if you are, we're asking people that are already set up to stream the first time of them playing it. That way we can see what their reactions are. And I want to cobble together a bunch of the reaction shots as the trailer for the game. So if you want like the world to see you, because we're going to get to the world, right?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Alright,
so Nick, what I'm going to do... Oh, awesome, Daniel. I'm so happy.
Alright,
Nick, we're all small-time streamers here around these parts.
But yeah, like, I mean, we're just, because, like, we just want to see people. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
even,
we just want to see
even
people.
If you're, yeah, even if you don't have a following. I mean, if you're just a person, be like, oh, I'm going to play this and do it. All right.
I wish there was a way that I could go to... Oh, there it is. Please, I need as many people as possible to know about it. I'm going to follow you, Nick, and I'm going to leave your notifications on. So when you play it, that way I'll be able to see your reactions to it. As soon as this landscape texture is done baking, I'm going to actually fire off a light bake, and Paul and I are going to go get Zhao Asian Bistro. That sounds fantastic, IKI. Much appreciated. Maybe we can even talk about Skullball as well. Well, Nick, do you like jump scare games? Do you like horror puzzlers? This is kind of
and it's hard, like,
and it's punishingly hard. I've been branding it as the Dark Souls of jump scare, And one of the streamers I was talking to the other day was like, that's kind of a high bar. That's like Five Nights at Freddy's. And I was like, dude, this is so much better than Five Nights at Freddy's. That isn't hard. That's just timing. And it just kind of is mean to you if you get it wrong.
Yeah, I mean, if you just basically avoid things and use your lights wisely, and you're good.
Yep. Kristen, I would love to deliver Zhao for you, but I just feel like Paul would be upset with me if I did.
In ground and continue. Lights. This is for
Yes,
me.
please. IKI. Send me, and to anybody watching, feel free to email me at here with links to either you playing or your stream or business relations stuff. Just shoot me an email. We want to work with anybody that wants to work with us. Paul and I want to make good games that people like, and we want to keep doing it the rest of our lives.
Yes.
So, and that means building a community, which isn't something we succeeded at yet. We do have a community, it's just very small. Chicken on a raft. I don't know if I want to chicken on a raft it, because people typically have not come back after I chicken on a raft.
Yeah, you'll get another notification that you're back if you stop the stream.
Yeah, so I'm going to... Awesome, IKI. I'm so excited for this. If you're not good at horror games and easily scared, you are like exactly the person that we want to play this. So I'm very excited. Oh, Jesus. Here comes the burps. It's okay, Nick. I appreciate you just playing it. We had another streamer who's a friend, a friendly streamer. Not Swifty, not Pastor Jeb. Zebediah? Starts with a Z. Zebukiel. There we go. And he's actually streaming right now. Great guy. His wife played it and scared the crap out of her. And then he comes on, and like he got startled by one once. He played like 20 minutes.
That's sort of what I feel.
He got startled and went, ah. And I was like, God damn it, Zeb.
Like, well, that's good. I mean, you got a reaction to Zeb.
As many people as you can get to play it. Because realistically, you know, the more people that know, the better. We are going to build this company, and we're going to nail this, and we're going to get a good group of people that play and love our games, and we're going to just go from there. Texture baking's almost done. I'm so excited.
I'm about third done with my list now. And put the in-ground on continue as a sticky note.
Sweet. That means you might be able to jump onto, like, the big ones. I'd say blood explosions on hit, blood pools that stay on the ground after death, and ragdoll would immediately pump that up. All right, I'm going to save these levels out. Want me to send you a GTX 1080 Ti? Oh, I'd love the shit out of that, IKI. You do that, you know. And I'm not going to be greedy, but send us two. One for me, one for Paul. Actually, you know what? Paul doesn't need one. Paul's got a way better machine at home. I'm rocking out on my home graphics card is like a 1.5 gig, like 560.
Does that run anything?
It is fine. It's DDR5. It actually does not do badly. I was surprised at how well that aged. It was one of like their Black Edition overclocked things. It's showing a little bit of its age. Yeah, the delay is because of XSplit doesn't like when Unreal is doing a lot of heavy lifting on stuff. So when I restart the stream after lunch, it'll be fine. I do want to try one real quick thing I've saved. so I'm not going to lose anything. I want to see, I desperately want to see how this moss looks painting it on. And of course it did not compile any shaders. It will be fine, IKI, after I restart the stream after lunch. If you come back, you'll see it's all smooth. Hold please, real quick. It's just due to system resources that the engine is taking up. XSplit doesn't like that, and it causes a delay. Ah, good. Engine crashed when I tried to paint on the moss. So, I am going to commit. God damn it. I do not. That is annoying as I'll get out. I do not need any of those things to be committed. I don't need the kite demo maps. I have no idea why the procedural nature pack wants to be recommitted. That's annoying as I'll get out. Is there any way to tell it to ignore these folders? Like, those are all of the this is mainly a keyboard, but you could use a controller.
It's not. I don't think we have. Like, I haven't put any of the inputs in for it.
Oh, never mind. Disregard. You could use a Steam controller because you just remap that to from your keyboard. So if you have a Steam controller, you could. This isn't going to be a multiplayer game. The horror game is just a single-player jump scare. Our other game, IKI, is a multiplayer game entirely. And you can remap your keyboard and controllers however you want. We've got full support for that in. Alright, I'm going to kill the stream. And Paul and I will be back after some lunch. We use AWS for our hosted servers, and those are fine. They scale just like we need them to. But so everybody, we'll be back. How do you move left? WASD. So
see, he has it.
So let's see. Let's see.
Okay. All right. A is
wrong side. Here we go. All right. Yeah. So forward, backward, left, and right. I don't know if that helps you at all.
There we go. But yeah, I could put in like arrow keys and number keys for moving.
Yeah, I suppose we could just also have secondaries, but then you don't have your jump.
Well, we could use the arrow, like the numpad maybe.
Yeah, IKI. Here, I'm gonna reopen the browser. This way it's ready when I get back. But let's talk about Skullball when we get back, as that's you wouldn't be able to kill our servers with Skullball. It's only 4v4, And we've got servers for days for that. All right, so I'm going to definitely kill the stream now. Everybody, don't forget to hit follow and turn your notifications on. That way you can come keep Paul and I company this afternoon when we get back from Zhao. And Paul will have a camera on him when we get back from Zhao. You'll get to delight in the thing that is Paul. Huh. Well, you know. And he's going to get a hat, too. We'll have hats after lunch. And I will probably start pre-gaming the drinking for Thursday. This afternoon. Paul may as well. We're never really sure. So, all right, we'll see you guys in a little bit.